Welcome to Hedgehog's Hungry Hodgepodge. This week we're going to continue prepping for Thanksgiving by making my heart and stomach warming butternut squash and sausage risotto. Let's get started. Alright, first we're going to start by making our rice. Alright, I've got a pot set over high heat and I'm going to add a quart of chicken stock. I would recommend the reduced sodium kind because we're going to be adding salt later. I'm also going to add a cup of water. And we're going to let this come to a boil. Once it's done so, we'll reduce the heat to low and just let it do its thing until we need it. Alright, while our broth is going, I've got a large pan over medium heat. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And we'll wait until that's heated sufficiently. It's usually when the oil is moving relatively smoothly. Alright, now that it's moving pretty well, we're going to add about a cup of chopped white onion. We're also going to add 2 cloves of chopped garlic. And we're going to let that cook through for about 3 minutes. Once those have cooked through relatively well, we're going to add 2 cups of white rice. And you're going to let that toast for about 3 minutes. It brings this really great, rich, nutty flavor to it. So make sure you toast it. Once you've toasted your rice, you're going to add about a cup of dry white wine. And try not to spill it on the stove like I did. You're going to want to select a Chardonnay for this one because that's the perfect pairing for this dish, incidentally. You're going to let this completely cook out of the rice. It should take about 3 minutes. Now that we've cooked out the wine, we're going to start adding our broth. And you want to add it 1 or 2 ladlefuls at a time. You'll stir that in so that it's evenly dispersed. And then you just wait until you don't see liquid anymore, and then you add more until you run out. This whole process, it should take about 2 to 3 minutes per ladle serving, and then it should take 20 minutes in total. Now we're going to work on our sausage. While your rice is cooking, you're going to be doing your sausage. Now, I've got here about 5 sausages that I've split from their casing. That's a little much, but there were 5 in the package and I didn't really want to waste it. You normally want to do 4, and you're just going to let that cook through until it's not raw anymore. It should take about 5 minutes. Now, this is Italian sausage, and generally speaking, I can't speak for every single grocery store that's ever been created, but they're very, very well seasoned. And that's really great because it counteracts with the mellow, mild butternut squash. And then it also means that you don't have to add too much seasoning to the entire meal. But we're doing this over medium heat on some olive oil so it doesn't stick to the pan too much. And we're just going to break it up and wait until it's cooked through. And now we're going to just combine everything. Alright, as you can see, I've got this really creamy, gorgeous rice right now. And I'm going to add the rest of the broth because I've got about a ladle or 2 more left. And since that's the last amount of broth, I'm also going to add a pack of frozen butternut squash. And I'm going to stir that in and let it do its thing for about 2 minutes. Once that's melded for about 2 minutes, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter and stir it in until it melts. You can see how creamy and gorgeous it is, and it is time consuming in the way that you need to stay on top of it. You need to stay on top of it the whole time and make sure you're scraping the bottom and all that, but it doesn't take very long to make it all, and it's so worth it. You're also going to add a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, a pinch of sage, and a pinch of nutmeg. You'll just stir that in along with your butter. Oh, that smells fantastic. And of course, you'll add your sausage. Once you've taken it off the heat, you're going to add about a cup of shredded Parmesan. More if you really like cheese. And you'll just mix that in there. And once that's done, you are ready to serve. Pair this dish with a Chardonnay or a Zinfandel, and for my beer lovers, grab yourself a wheat beer or an amber ale. All my recipes can be found at www.hedgehogsHungryHodgepodge.com. You can leave comments and suggestions there right here on YouTube. We'd love to hear what you think. We'll see you guys next week for another episode of Hedgehog's Hungry Hodgepodge. Bye!